Hello and welcome to Tales of the Astral. Let's go around and introduce ourselves, starting with Charlotte, if you don't mind.
No problem. I'm Charlotte. I go by she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Where, an auto-gnome Circle of the Moon druid who uses it, they pronouns.
Hi, I'm Bex. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Helionyx, who uses they, them pronouns, and they are an astral elf artificer monk.
Hello, I am Bee. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Icker, who is a plasmoid warlock who uses he, they, it pronouns.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Mayor, who is a gift paladin, any pronouns.
Wonderful. Last
Hi,
time...
Wait, we still have Aster.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Good.
Hi, I'm Amy. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Aster, who uses they, them pronouns. They are an Eladrin elf peace cleric.
Amazing. And I am M, your DM. I use she, her pronouns. And I am sorry, I obviously cannot type and speak at the same time. Wonderful. Now that we've all introduced ourselves, last time on Tales of the Astral, our adventurers found themselves in the Astral Sea on an impossibly huge stone statue, a representation of an unnamed goddess the size of a moon. They were greeted by residents, including Saren, the High Priestess, Quasar, the Engineer, and Flumba, a fellow plasmoid. Just as they were getting to know Flumba, a large satellite crashed to the ground full of strange, phasing spiders. Stranger still, they seem to have been magically trained to eat and destroy tech. Our adventurers were able to defeat most of the spiders, frighten off the rest, and fix the electrified broken satellite. We come back to them after the battle, each examining these spiders in their own ways. We begin with Where. As you see, one second. Get us to just Where. There we go. Where, as you see these creatures, you are brought back to memories of your past. We are in a lab room. Half the room is filled with workstations, microscopes, and computers. The other half is a greenhouse with varying tanks holding all kinds of flora and fauna. Two figures stand over a box with a simple label that reads Helper. As they open the box, we see Where. Bright, shiny, not a scratch on them. Where your eyes turn on and you see two people in lab coats. You see a Githyanki woman who has a short bob and a pleasant demeanor. And you also see a Thrycreen who looks kind of earthy in nature. You can see they have some dirt around the cuffs of their pants. Your eyes turn on. You see these people. What are your first thoughts, feelings, actions?
Probably initially to look around, look at them, and be like, hello.
Hello. The Gith woman speaks. I am Dr. Dranelna Philiter, and this is my assistant, Dr. Alice Flatter. Welcome to the Outer Wild Space and Astral Sea Ecology Center.
Thank you. Also, for context, am I in a box?
You are in a box at the moment. It has an opening so you can move if you'd like to.
I'd like to get out of the box.
Yes. You walk out of the box. It is this very clean environment, but it does have this whole natural side of tons of trees and plant life, and then this very sterile lab part that you are in.
How can I help?
Wonderful. you're going to help us do a little work. We catalog different species here, going out into new parts of the galaxy to find different species and study them and bring back information.
Okay. What specifically do you want me to do?
We will be asking you to take notes, but also it's highly adaptable. We're not quite sure. We've given you through funding, and we're very grateful for that. And I've heard that you can learn and figure out what you're best at. So really, you're like an assistant here.
Okay. And looking around, is there something that I can go do like right now? Is there like a paper and pad to go take notes?
Yes, you see that there is a microscope set up with different plants next to it. It's a technological microscope that can take pictures. So you see that the station is set up for starting to catalog these different plants that they found.
Okay. I'm going to go and grab like, I guess, a pad and pen and be like, okay.
Amazing. As you start your job here, you find over the course of time that what this lab does is they go out in research teams into the field. They, as they said, catalog, which means that they'll stay on a planet or asteroid or just somewhere in wild space, or more accurately, in the Astral Sea often, because these are the places in the galaxy that have not been charted yet. And the Ecology Center, kind of their secondary goal to cataloging is to be able to prove life in different areas on different planets or asteroids so that they are not just mined, usually by the Conexus. There is a lot of resources needed across the galaxy, and it is kind of the mission of your research group to figure out how to prove that there is value in the ecological world. What do you think Ware likes to do as they start getting more used to things?
I think Ware likes to really sort of picked up on the note-taking, drawing. This is the beginning of, I guess, their journaling and the drawing in the journals. So it really goes to that in terms of drawing and analyzing specimens, starting with the plants because they're easier, they don't move, but then moving on to the animals. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where they end up really liking sort of the studying of animals.
Yeah. You are on a special mission. This is a newly found jungle planet that is right on the verge between wild space and the Astral Sea, where literal parts of the planet orbit into both as the day progresses. Their day and night cycle is half in wild space and half in the Astral Sea, and it's a very unusual flora and fauna environment. This is a few years into your journey with them. The team has heard of an elusive fungi that has remarkable healing potential, but you've been wandering for days, and mostly what you've seen are these large rodent creatures that they've told you are called giant space hamsters. They deftly move through the jungles, and at times seem to follow your group, curious by nature. What have you been doing during this trip?
Generally trying to help wherever they can and really keeping an eye on these space hamsters. Mm-hmm. I think Ware's been trying to get close to them to see how, I guess, tame they can be.
Yeah.
And what they really look like.
Mm-hmm.
And I would expect if they're giant, Ware is very small, so it looks very
Yeah, they are big. You could definitely easily ride one of these things. Go ahead and make an animal handling check. Or stealth, depending on how you feel like you're coming up to these creatures.
Oh no, I'm not hiding. I got 23 animal handling.
Nice. It takes you a little bit, but you're managed to be slow and steady enough that there are times where they move past you in the jungle and they don't even notice you're there. And soon they like start to notice you, but realize that you're not going to hurt them. And eventually you get to the point over a course of a few days where they are snuggling up to you. They go directly to you for the best pets because you've got these great, like, dexterous fingers.
I think while that's happening, like, and the snuggling and stuff, which is a little weird for where, something like the switch flips in their head, and they turn into one.
Amazing.
And then promptly freak out.
What does it look like when you change? This first time?
The first time, I think it's like, because Ware's sort of got like, they're like more tech magic that looks more staticky, and then the more natural magic that looks like more like earthy and ethereal. And I think it like is like a shift between the two and a tension between the two when they switch, and it's like all colorful and stuff, and they turn into a space hamster, but that has like more purple and greens on it, which is sort of Ware's colors. And then it is insanely overwhelming, and Ware spends a lot of time like looking at themselves and like sort of like almost running in circles, because Ware now has things inside them moving and is breathing, and that's real weird.
How long do you think it takes Ware in processing time to figure this out?
I think until it wears off. Because wild shape only, like, at that level would only last an hour or so.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, about that long.
After the course of the hour, you feel yourself start to, like, automatically change into your metallic technological self.
And guess the question is, did anyone see that?
Let's see. Let's just roll a... Where are my dice? I'll use a dice roller. Let's see. I will roll a die. Ooh, a nat 1. So, no. No one saw you. I was figuring I was rolling for the research team to notice. As they're studying the flora and fauna, they are so totally ignoring the giant space hamsters that you made friends with that it's like those are the rodents of the galaxy and we don't really need to study them here.
Okay, in which case, Ware is gonna go back to the research team and like add into the notes for hamsters, being like, if you touch them, might turn into hamster.
Oh, amazing. I love it so much. We fast forward for like the next year. You start to what is Ware's like journey with wild shaping?
I think eventually it takes a bit. They figure out that they're doing it when it happens with a bunch of different animals. And figure out it's them, and then they start to really like it, because it's like it's so different to going from like the way they are, which they don't breathe, they don't eat, they don't sleep, to like animal form. I think the first time they have an actual nap is like the best thing ever. And then it sort of becomes like their goal to like learn how to turn into more things and for longer.
Yeah. And do you continue to like try and keep it a secret, or do you show your abilities?
Neither. Doesn't keep it a secret, but just does it. And eventually they're gonna notice.
Yes. Dr. Flutter is the first to notice, the Thrycreen assistant that you have been working with. He himself is comes from a druidic background, and has a little bit of magic, but is incredibly impressed and just fascinated as to how this happens, and will ask Ware if it's all right if he like watches the transformation and makes notes.
Yes, it's for science.
Amazing. Yeah, you guys continue. They notice that, like, since you're able to wild shape, you're able to, like, fully turn into these creatures, and then it's much easier to, like, study them at their anatomy. You don't have to trap something or get up close. You can just, you turn into it, and they now can study it. You're just the most incredible resource.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
In this time, you've noticed that when you are with Dr. Flutter and Dr. P, as she likes to be called, they treat you just as they treat each other. To them, you are this, like, field team going out there doing work together. They've been, like, very curious in, like, kind of exposing you to different things to see what you like doing and what you don't. But you have noticed that occasionally you will, all three of you will go to these conventions or conferences where Dr. P makes these impassioned speeches. And one of the things that she asked you to do is, would you be willing to show off the animals that they've cataloged? She leaves it completely up to you, but as a tool.
Yes, and where definitely would do it. Into whatever animal made sense at the time. The coloring's always wrong, but like morphology is fine.
It's perfect though, because these are often very rich people or the heads of the corporations or heads of government who the pretty purple and green is like really cool and exotic, and they just assume that must be like everything in the Astral Sea must have purple and green in it. But you do notice when you go to these conferences that people don't seem to talk directly to you. They seem to talk to Dr. P and Dr. Flutter. How does Ware feel about that?
I don't think Ware notices. Like, because it's always been that way. Like, that's just how it is. Like, they talk to me, but other people don't talk to me, and that's fine. And Ware just, like, goes and does their own thing and is, like, kind of in the background. But, like, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. One of these times, Dr. P goes off by herself. She says that it's a really important meeting with the head of funding for their center, and that it's less of like a presentation like you normally give and more just a business meeting. So she lets you and Dr. Flutter hang out and finish up some of the work in the lab that you need to do before heading off to your next mission. As she returns, you see that she looks very tired. Her shoulders are slumped as she greets you. She talks a little small talk about the trip, and then eventually has you all sit down around one of the tables and says, I can't believe this day has come, but we are shutting the doors of the Ecology Center. We have lost our funding completely.
Okay. Where do we go now?
Well, I'm going to keep trying to fight this. I'll go to the Central Planets, I'll go to the Intergalactic Republic and try to argue the case. This is useful and necessary. But I don't know. It is up to you. At this point, you learned so much. You know, your abilities are amazing, and you are interesting and fun, and good companion. But it's up to you what you want to do.
What do you think I should do?
I really don't know. She looks at Dr. Alice Flutter, who goes, you know that only speaks telepathically. You've gotten, again, this is just how Flutter, sorry, where just, these are the first people they've met. It's just normal that there's one person who doesn't speak, who you hear in your mind? Heart. It's interesting. And you hear Dr. Flutter say, I'm personally going to look into other research positions, different universities. That's what I'm doing with my time, but we love you, Ware, and you're your own being, and I don't want to tell you what to do.
So you two aren't going to be together.
No,
So we're not going to be together.
No, I don't believe so. I understand Dr. Flutter, he has a colony back home to send money to, and I'm sure he needs to do work. And Flutter kind of nods his head. You can come with me if you would like. It's it'll be a lot of politics in the central planets, which are mostly cities, not much wildlife there.
Would it help?
It might, but I'm going to be honest, Ware, I don't love the way that you may have been treated at conferences and such that we've been to. The people on the inner planets have views of automatons that I'm not sure I agree with. I think it might not be the most comfortable life for you.
But if it would help, that's what I want to do.
All right. And we fast forward a little bit of time where you and Dr. P go out. You go to the Intergalactic Republic, which is just these huge buildings full of screens of people on various planets talking, debating. It is slightly boring. How does Ware feel in a place that is so devoid of life? These are massive cities with the only greenery being these places that are necessary basically to just keep planets alive.
Ware spends more and more time in animal form, I think, is how they deal with it. Probably mostly squirrel form, because they are convenient.
Yeah. Dr. P gets very used to you in squirrel form. He's like asked you if you prefer like a carrier or if there's anything that you like as you go around.
I think mostly pocket squirrel.
Yeah. Yes, amazing. You see over the course of about a year, Dr. P starts to get more and more worn down, talking to people, having doors shut on them, having meeting after meeting basically end with the same response of no.
So I think Ware in this time would just be trying to do whatever they could to help, even though it's probably actually not helpful. Mm-hmm. And is just like trying to be supportive until something happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get to a day where Dr. P has talked to this like very small kind of independent corporation to try and like make their PR department see the value in it in their research. And she comes to you, you can see like tears just forming on the corners of her eyes as she says, I think it's over, Ware. I think we're done. It's too emotionally exhausting to continue this.
Where? So where will we go now? Back to Ellis?
You could most definitely go back to Dr. Ellis. And you could come with me. I'm honestly needing a bit of a rest. I might go into at least semi-retirement for a while. I live on one of these planets, and where I think it is time that you decide where you want to go.
Can I do an insight check?
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and vibe out whether or not she wants me to, like, it would help to go.
Love it. Just a little vibe check.
I got a 10.
Out of 10. You've been with her a long time. And you have noticed that while it doesn't upset you to have people treat you like just another automaton servant, and you've noticed that, like, there's a lot of automatons on the central planets. Most of them cannot speak. So it is, whenever you do speak, people are a little put off guard. That, like, it's not even a disrespect, it's just that they're not expecting you to have thoughts and feelings and opinions.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing. I think you know her well enough to get that there's two sides. There is, of course, the side that is happy to stay with you, and there is the side that is very aware that you could be living a much better life, doing whatever you like, as opposed to just following her. You see that there is, I think this is something devoid of that insight check. You've been seeing, like, kind of a depression starting in her, that she realizes may not be the best for a little helper robot to be around.
Okay. With that, where it's going to be like, I'll go. I'm going to go and find other people to go study the animals again.
That's fantastic. I hope that you do good work, and if you do need help at some point, if there's a position that you see me be good for, maybe we can work together again.
Thank you.
Thank
We're actually just going to go get on the first ship they can sneak onto, and bounce.
I love it. Yeah. And what has Ware been doing since?
I think just going from ship to ship, like working for a bit, leaving. Somehow ended up on Icarus ship just beforehand, but like just like sort of working on different ships, like helping with maintenance and things like that.
Yeah. And you are able. It is this weird mixture of, you meet tons of varied alien species, and so even those that aren't just animals are interesting to look at all these different organic life forms that you are seeing, and you see quite a few things that you never would with the science teams. Interesting animals that are kept as pets, who are more like just considered pests on spaceships, that are only in kind of the seedier ships out there. Some space rats, some weird barnacle-like alien species that are a little dangerous. But you eventually come to Icarus ship. We are brought back to the present moment, as you kind of have this memory as you are studying, once again, a new species that you have never seen before.
I'm going to continue studying. I'm going to sketch it.
Mm-hmm. You start to sketch this phase spider, and put it in your notebook. we come back. I believe what is currently happening is Iker is eating, or are you done?
You just hear just powerful slurping in the background as Iker is finishing off all of, I don't know why my face doesn't want to stay, but as Iker is finishing off all of the rest of the, were they blink spiders? Is that what they were? Phase spiders?
Phase spiders, yes.
Phase spiders. And yeah, that they were allowed to finish.
Mm-hmm. What are the rest of you doing?
That's certainly quicker than composting.
True.
Is the artificer who built this still around taking it apart, or Helio's probably still there with them?
Yeah, you see Quasar, who is this like Redford Tabaxi. You see Quasar and Snap are working on putting it together and would happily accept your help. They are at the point of really truly being able to put it back together. They've taken some scraps from other things and would love your help in like getting it up in the air and orbiting again.
Yeah, absolutely. Helio goes over. It's like, can I help you guys?
Oh yeah, that'd be wonderful. Thank you. Could definitely use some help. And you guys start getting to work, getting this arcanotech. It does definitely have some arcane elements to it. You see that Quasar uses both arcane and technological tools to get this thing working. Basically, whatever does the job, whatever easiest is what you notice he uses. Yeah, what about Aster or Mayor?
I would like to pop off a quick detect magic,
Mm-hmm.
and it lasts for 10 minutes, so I want to get the spiders, or the remnants of the spiders, while Iker's eating them, and then I want to kind of go over to the satellite that they're working on and just see what kind of magic, or what kind of arcane properties it has. I'm just curious.
You get the impression, you're able to tell that the School of Magic, the phase spiders are like natural to the Astral Sea, but you can see those last remnants of the arcane training that Iker pointed out. That is definitely feels to be enchantment magic.
So, like, the spiders may have been enchanted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the satellite.
Enchantment.
On the satellite, the vast majority of the arcane mechanisms on it are for abjuration.
Okay.
Can you remind me, the NPC we spoke to last time, did he say that this like had happened before or more frequently, or is this the first time?
They were basically saying, I forget if it was Flumba or Quasar, that these are, I think it was Quasar, that these are things, the spiders are not uncommon phase spiders, but usually they stick to organic material. He's never had a problem with them in tech before.
Gotcha. Okay, well then I'm going to ask him, how often do you check on these satellites? Do you, do routine maintenance? Should we go check and see if this is happening elsewhere?
Oh, yeah, we can definitely do that. I check on them all the time. It's my job. They're the maintenance. They kind of keep this area of the Astral Sea safe. So that's what I've been working on. Yeah, we could use your help if you want to like fly up there if you got a ship.
Well, I suppose we could. I'd have to check with my companions, but could be a good use of our time. This does seem quite suspicious.
Yeah. Something I've never seen before. It might be good to check out. There's lots going on right now in the Astral Sea. It just seems like a mess. That's why we keep these satellites in order to kind of be an early warning system if Conexus or Zolnastri get in anywhere near here.
Makes sense.
Iker starts like sludging their way over. They're very large now, mostly round, like rounder. Like they're not very much taller, but like there's a lot of like fleshy sludge in there. They're like starting to like dissolve the rest of the cartilage stuck to the bones so that they can start to sharpen them. So they walk over and they're like, oh wait, what voice do they have on right now? Oh, okay. They begin to sign, and their gloves say, "Did I hear someone needed my ship?"
Yes. How was your meal? That was quite a spectacle you've made.
Iker belches. It is like, it was tasty,
Good,
but
good.
a little bit of spice, a little bit of enchanting magic.
Oh, well. That's
Odd.
strange.
Hmm.
Very odd. We were thinking about going and looking around at the other satellites. See if this is happening elsewhere.
Okay.
If you're in the mood for dessert, there might be more.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of. And then I can have time to drop this extra weight off at the ship to make room for
Wonderful.
more.
Good, good. Okay then.
Ooh, excited. Is there anything that we have to do left here at this place before we like go to look at the satellite?
You guys see walking up is Saren, the raccoon high priestess of the of these unnamed goddess, and with her you see a Thrycreen. He is very regally dressed. You see he has like shiny green and gold carapace. Saren comes up to all of you and kind of gathers you together and says, I would love to introduce you to Azu Kiran. He is a representative of the planet Azu.
Ah. Nice to meet you.
Does this person have any like baubles? Like, is there anything like attached to their coat, like loosely?
You see that there's little tassels that hang down, a few little medals, little adornments.
Iker loves a medal. As we walk up, Iker's like, absolutely, thank you so much, and like pats this person like on the back and tries to like with their icky slime tries to take like a little something shiny.
Amazing. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Here we go. 23, baby.
Nice. You are able to take one of the little medals that's pinned to his coat.
I love it.
Can I roll perception to see if Mayor notices?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah, you got to beat a 23.
Oh, good. Nat 1. No. That medal was always inside of Iker's body.
Yeah, and I also roll perception.
Before.
I love this. Everyone just, Mayor, you all of a sudden see
21.
like a gleaming, shiny medallion, like right beside all of Iker's other patches.
Yes.
Oh, that must
I
be
would
for
say
diplomacy.
a 21. You did not see Iker take it, but you did see that it was on. It was on Azukiran, and now it is on Iker.
Wonder how that happened.
Amazing.
A gift.
You see,
I have a medal.
Kind of
Iker-
walks up to
Iker-
you. He's about 4 feet tall. He looks at each of you, and you hear this voice in your head. Hello. Greetings. My name is Azu Kiran, global representative of the planet Azu. I've been sent by the Planetary Committee to investigate massive environmental issues of the Astral Sea and the possible involvement of the Co-Nexus. We believe that they are doing something to interrupt the natural balance of the Astral Sea and wild space, but we don't have any proof. And I need proof to bring back.
Proof that the Astral Sea is out of balance? That doesn't
Proof
seem
that
like something...
Connexus is behind it.
Proof the Co-Nexus is behind it. We have witnessed areas just outside of our solar system that have become devoid of life, others devoid of tech, and some areas where the Astral Sea is fully gone. So far, all our hard evidence is circumstantial, and those who have witnessed incidents are unwilling to give testimony. They're afraid of what the Co-Nexus might do.
Well, I mean, the Co-Nexus already sort of doesn't like us, so... Or at least Iker, specifically.
Yes, they really do not like me.
And we have no idea why that could be the case.
I'm not sure at all. Just like gleaming, stolen from medallion.
I'm gonna roll a d20 just to see. Oh, and a nat 20.
No!
You see
I
Azukirin
don't know.
looks at you, Iker, and says, "Oh, is that my medal?
Oh, do you have a medal like this?
It usually hangs right on my pocket, right here."
Oh, interesting. Now it's on me. Isn't that...
Yeah.
You know,
We should really be more
stuff just
careful with our
kind
things.
of stuff sticks to them
Oh,
sometimes.
so silly.
Go ahead and
Very-
make a deception check.
We
very
call him
sticky.
Sticky Icky.
They do call me Sticky Icky.
That's
I've never
true.
once
Sticky
seen
fingers.
him steal anything
Deception.
ever.
17 deception? Okay. I'll do another insight.
Oh god.
Just like pops it off.
Okay. Looks at you and goes, "Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry, I'm not used to plasmoids. Could I have it back?"
Just holds out just like a sticky tentacle. It doesn't have to be this sticky, but they're doing it on purpose. And to make him have to gloop it off. And then sits back.
Mayor's absolutely going to take advantage of this guy's naivete and tell him, you know, they say that the goop is actually good luck, so be sure to rub it in your hands. To
Oh.
save. Yes. It's a blessing.
You see that he has little claws that he rubs together, and just nods his head.
Now
yes.
you'll be recognized as a friend of their people.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, so, if you'd like to help, Saren mentioned that you all seem to have a mission, or something you're hoping to
Yes.
accomplish, and if you are, I'd love to get some proof and present it before the Intergalactic Republic, and I'm sure we could get, if we could get to the government support, the UAH, I'm sure would be willing to make sure the Co-Nexus stops interfering.
What type of proof?
That is the difficulty. I mean, if you... video evidence, perhaps? Documents? But also, I mean, if you can directly witness what they're doing or find evidence of what they've done.
Marvelous.
I've been sent here. Unfortunately, I am just a politician. I represent my colony. And I'm not an investigator, and I wish I was.
Is the UAH represented here?
I'm sure there are some ships that go through the Astral Sea, but they don't have any no formal outposts here.
I do have a friend on PAX in the UAH that maybe we could talk to.
Oh.
I have heard rumors that they already are not receptive to the Connex's plans.
That's good.
Could be a starting place.
If we do this for you, do we get like a stipend for the recording equipment or whatever if we have to video it?
Of course. Yes, you see that he takes out a little pouch of credits, and is just, if you're willing to take on this job, I can give you a down payment.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, how much?
Yeah.
Would 10,000 gold be adequate for your needs?
Well, you know. If we're going to be using the evidence in court, you really want it to be good quality.
This is only the down payment, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ah, yes. Wonderful, yes. I think that will be a good start.
Very true, very true.
Just
well,
hold out tentacles.
Luckily, we are
for money.
wonderfully helpful, upstanding citizens of the realm with a
Yes.
healthy respect for the law and such. So we could be willing to take on the job.
Yes.
You see him pass his pouch of credits into your tentacle.
Just sucks it into their body.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I can come with you, or I can head back to Azu. If you ever need anything, it's a safe haven from the Connexes. We don't allow them on the planet.
If you came with us, would that help the court case if you saw what happened?
It could. I don't think they'll just take my testimony as truth. I'm already seen as not bipartisan in this matter.
I see. Well,
Probably better that we did it ourselves then, right?
yes, we do have a team rapport, you know.
And like I could
More
give you a
efficient.
gun to shoot, but you don't look like a fighter very much, I don't think.
I have not trained in those methods, no.
We could not guarantee your safety. You know.
Mhm. Yes, that probably would be best, if you would be willing to.
How do we get in contact with you again?
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, maybe just yell really loud.
Oh no, I got a thing. I just kind of think really hard, and I can talk to someone. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I get like a really bad headache, but usually
Aster,
I can do that.
All due respect, that sounds fascinating. Is this like the talking to the creatures thing, or is this like the when you healed us all in battle? Just on a scale of how
Are you saying that
effective
Aster
this is?
doesn't know what they're talking about? If Aster says they
No,
can do
I'm
it, they can
implying
do
it, but you know, we
Well,
got
it's how
there.
I found
We
out
got
that
there.
my friend is on PAX. You know, she
Oh.
told me to come find her there and that she
Oh.
has a message.
That's how you found that out. Okay, so
Yeah.
And this is a reliable message?
Well, right now
Mayor.
it's kind of 50-50.
Okay, all right. Very well.
But
Well, I suppose we'll go and find out.
yeah, you know, no better way to find out than trying it out again. I can't do it again today because I healed you all, and
Yes, thank you for that. By the
don't
way,
have that capability right now. But
that was truly excellent.
yeah, it's that same kind of it's that same level of sorts.
Oh, good, excellent, wonderful.
Mayor the Paladin asking Aster, are you sure that works?
I mean, it's a fair question.
Mayor is highly skeptical of Aster ever since they said that they could talk to animals, and then it turns out wasn't a spell. They were just talking.
I mean, I can talk to animals. They just can't really understand me and can't talk back. But I can talk to them. You could talk to them if you want to, you know?
Yes, I can and do with magic, as one does.
Well, anyone can without magic. I'm just saying.
You know, Aster's not
technically
wrong.
true.
I've seen
True on a
Aster talk to a
technicality.
lot of fish.
It's
I
just
like
the
the
one
idea that
fish
the
a lot
politician
of
is
times.
just still standing here watching this. Like, I just gave them 10,000 credits.
Iker is in the background, like, doing the conversions for, like, how many gold credits is in the platinum credit and then how many...
Yep.
so,
I
Uh,
will
Well, excellent.
to
Then we have a way to
appease-
contact you.
Yeah, to appease Mayor a little bit, I'll walk like 120 feet away and I'll send them a message and I'll be like, it's kind of like this, but on a bit of a bigger scale.
Oh! Wonderful news, everyone. They can do it quite well. This is very reliable. I trust them implicitly. Between this and their healing, they're way more reliable than I thought.
thank
Aster, I think
goodness.
Mayor's warming up to you.
Mayor
Wait,
is
Mayor
not
didn't
quiet.
like me?
So, to the ship?
Before we go, do you guys know where the missing pieces of the Astral Sea is? Saren and...
You see, Saren says, oh yes, we do have a location that we think is where the most damage has been done, where the Astral Sea we know was there and is no longer.
Can you, give that to us?
Oh yes, of course. You see that she has a little device and she flicks it and you see that a message pops up on your navigator, Lux's little screen that she has. Yes, you can definitely start there. If there's anything else that you would like from us,
Before we go, when we were looking at spiders, was there any Conexus branding on them?
yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
14. You did not see any Conexus branding on them.
Okay. I mean, it would have stopped the trip before we had to go anywhere.
True.
That would be perfect. Just like, oh, well, we have this leg right here, and it says Conexus on the side.
These
Anybody
spiders
have a
actually
Sharpie? We could
had
write it on real
perfect
quick.
Nexus on purpose when they came down and attacked us, so I think that's proof.
They were actually chanting Conexus over and over again
yeah.
while they attacked.
It was a little
Connexus.
creepy, but you know.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. I'm willing to testify to that.
If we all testify, they have to believe.
Exactly. What are they gonna say? We're all lying?
Are we allowed to just lie on the stand? Can we
I
do
Oh,
it
wait,
that
there
way?
is magic.
You can do
that
whatever
keeps
you
from
want if you
doing
don't
that,
believe in the
so-
law.
You see that, like, Azukiran's antennae start moving in odd directions, just like trying to make sure that he's hearing you all right.
Just jokes. You know, a little tee hee ha ha before our voyage. You know,
Hee-hee-hee-hee.
lightens the mood.
The ship.
This is why we couldn't bring the politician.
Also, unbiased science. We gotta not have him there.
Mhm.
True.
True. We are known for our neutrality.
Yes.
You're well. Yes, for sure.
Vigorous
Sure.
process.
The goo is neutral.
You guys head up onto Plantric. You see Lux looks at all of you. So, where do we go from here? What course,
Uh,
Captain?
Do we just hand? Do we have the book? Who has the book? Where? Yes.
What?
The book
I
map?
think they already
was
sent
uploaded.
Deluxe.
Deluxe.
It takes
Oh, okay.
Deluxe.
If you check your navigator, you should have some new coordinates sent by our new friends down there. We are checking out some sites and trying to find evidence of wrongdoing by our friends, the Connexus.
Are we also going to PAX?
Ooh,
we gotta
which are we doing
decide.
first?
Is there a course? Because we're still in the Astral Sea. Is there a course through that little blip on the way to PAX?
You know that basically the way the Astral Sea navigation works is there is partly a true like spatial ability to navigate, but mostly it's an intention. So if your intention is to first go to this blip and then go, the Astral Sea will kind of work its way around you to make that happen.
Nice.
So we
Do you
just
want
gotta
to go
think
to PAX
really hard
first
about
or the
it.
blip?
Do we want to go to the blip or avoid the blip?
Oh, that's true. But if
Maybe,
there's
like,
something there
skim it?
that has,
Along the edge.
yeah, if we can find something that might be incriminating toward Connexus,
Well,
then
I mean, they said that it was just no longer the Astral Sea and that it was wild space. So the blip in all thought processes shouldn't be dangerous. It should just be normal space, right?
Very true. Very true. Should we go to PAX first? Maybe get some recording equipment in case we find something? Or
well,
investigate first and then?
there's that thing that I found that maybe if Helio works on it, it could record something.
Oh, excellent.
Remember the
team.
thing we found when we were scavenging? Because it was some sort of, it just needed, what did you call it? An output database. No, that's not it.
You're really close. You
Okay.
almost
It's like
got
a
it.
floppy
Yeah.
disk.
Something like that. That sounds right, actually. What was it?
It's not, but that I believe I needed an external monitor to plug it into to be able to read the data on it. So
Plugging. Good.
Yeah, maybe
Should
you
have some
could
plugs
hook
around.
something up while we're on the way and see if we can get that working to record something. I trust you.
Iker, was there any sort of like monitors or anything in any of these other rooms on this ship that I haven't really explored besides my bedroom that you have that I could use?
You don't go exploring at night?
I do have a lot of junk.
No?
Can I do like an investigation check to see if I have a monitor?
Can I help?
Sure.
Because I've been on the ship for a while.
Yes.
Sure,
Thank
yeah,
you,
definitely.
Where. You're always so helpful. That's 2 17s.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, you are able to find something that could like end up being an external output for it. It doesn't have quite the right chords, but you're pretty confident Helionics could figure it out.
All right, I've got a bunch of stuff that should be able to be put together to make what you need. Got this here, this bit here, coil.
Okay,
here. I'm gonna. Yep.
that is-
Yes.
it's a little gooey. Maybe less goo on the
Oh,
electrical
right.
equipment.
Sorry. I usually put goo on my tools because, well, watch. Takes the stuff back out of your hands, sets it down on the ground, and the little bits of goo that are like left on there form like teeny tiny little feet, and they start kind of like moving and like putting things back together in like a neat pile, like little suction-y helpers. But I get it. Not for everyone. Just like starts like, you know how like when you have like a piece of gum and you like take more gum to like suck it up. It's kind of like that.
No.
Yeah. So just like sucks all of the goo back off of it. Everything looks very clean now, very shiny. There you go.
It dusted
Here
it a little bit.
Yeah, it's completely doesn't like shiny clean. Here you go.
Magnificent. Well, you should be able to put something together. Oh, here, in case this helps, and Mayor just pulls out a shiny little soda top. Gives you that. That should do the trick.
Yes, this is. I think this is the piece I was missing.
Yes,
it does look really important. It might be able to fit right there. I think.
That looks right to me.
Yeah.
Can I roll an insight check to see if Aster is playing along, or if Aster also thinks this is a piece that I can use? I only got a 13.
Doesn't matter. Aster probably is just trying to pretend like they know what they're talking about. Like, yeah, that looks like it could work totally. Just trying their best to help.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this to the workshop. It might take me a couple hours, hopefully just a couple hours, to get something pulled up and working, but I can go work on that right now.
Yeah, Aster, you should go and help. You're good with those little pliers and whatnot, always making your little jewelry and things.
Yeah,
Why don't you
I think I got something I can do to help. Are we taking off now, or are we staying here a little bit?
I want to leave.
Well, I have no reason to stay. That flumba really got you out of sorts, huh?
I don't want to talk about them.
Should we go make cookies while these two figure out their camera or whatever?
Cookies
Mayor's
sound
gonna shepherd the rest of them towards the camera. And then after they're like 10 feet away, just say, I hope those two get married.
Helio is bright red if they hear that. They're so pale. They're just like...
Can we see if Aster and Helio hear them?
Do I hear it?
Yeah.
This is not quiet. This is
see
maybe
what the
10
dice
feet
say.
away, normal volume.
What fate thinks.
I'll still see what the dice say.
I got a nat 1.
Oh my god.
I got a 14.
Helio is so excited to be alone with Aster that they don't even hear.
No.
Just the blood rushing into
Aster got
Helio's
it.
ears.
Love it. As you guys are getting ready, is there anybody up on the deck of the ship?
While after Mayor probably ends up kicking Iker out for eating another bowl of the batter before they can actually
Maybe
get
just
them
getting
in
a
the oven.
little ooze in the batter, and it's
Yum.
Very unsanitary, Iggy.
Yummy. It's good for you. Iker probably takes Ware and like heads to the deck for a little bit. I want to teach you astral fishing.
Okay.
As you guys head up, you see that Rithmore, your giant space octopus, is kind of floating and swimming at the top of the ship, kind of looking out, waiting for somebody to come up onto the deck.
Rithmore, hello! Good afternoon.
Hello. I thank you for bringing me here. This is a wonderful environment. I'm thinking of staying, if that is all right.
Absolutely. You are an honored guest.
I very much appreciate the bed you have made me. Thank you for all you have done.
Do you have any places in mind you would like to see?
Oh. I just like to wander the astral sea. This place is nice. There's many other octopi swimming around here.
Oh, are there really?
There are many things around here, many animals who have taken refuge.
Looks over at Ware.
Has
I
Ware
think you
noticed?
need to get out your notebook.
Yeah, where you've been a little distracted by all the stuff that's been going on, but kind of as you take a moment and look around, you see that there are incredibly varied amounts of ecology around you, of different flora and fauna that have developed on this unnamed goddess.
I mean, I think Ware's just gonna like continue to like actually look now and
Mhm.
try and compare the octopi that we see to Rithmore to see how much bigger Rithmore is.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I give Ware the help action by because Icar's used to the Astral Sea. Like they know that like it's super easy to like traverse like once you like get your mind around it.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to basically like kick off with Ware and like take Ware out past the air bubble of the ship because neither of us need to breathe. Well, I do, but I can hold my breath for a while. And we
just a reminder too,
that's right. In the Astral Sea, you don't need to. That's right. So we scoot past the deck of the ship, past the air bubble, and out into the ethereal bits of space, kind of around the ship, so that they can get closer and see like more of the octopi.
Yeah, you see that Rithmore kind of takes your lead and starts showing you guys into this, like, I think Ware you're a little taken aback just because, like, you've been to a lot of planets with oceans. Octopus are not usually the most communal animals in the world.
That was kind of my concern, actually.
You see, but you have gotten used to that the Astral Sea can change things. When a octopus that should normally live for 30 years max lives for 200, they might start to act a little differently.
So, Ware's gonna like telepathically communicate with Rithmore, so I don't have to yell, and be like, so. Do you guys like have a colony?
We don't know colony. We swim together.
Do you get to be in charge as the biggest?
I am old. I do not know. Do you think I should be in charge?
I mean, that's how other animals do it. The oldest and the biggest.
Interesting. I will take this into account.
Are we still close to Sarah, the goddess?
Yeah. Forgot about Sarah. Yes, you are on, Sarah.
Do you think you could look out to see if any more bad things? Because we ran into some spiders that were problematic. That maybe you guys could keep an eye on.
Ooh, yes.
Possibly eat.
Interesting. Yes, we can do that. And you see that he starts to swim outwards towards one of the satellites, and a few other octopi take off and follow him.
And Ware's gonna communicate with Ikor and be like, well, that's weird. We don't normally hang out together, but I guess it's fine.
Where is Rithmore going?
Oh, I asked him to, since he's staying, to watch out for spiders.
Oh, okay.
I figure if you could eat them, then he could eat them.
Yes, they are delicious. And like at this point, Icar has like is much less humanoid because they don't feel the pressure to be humanoid looking around Ware. as much. So they're more of like just like they're like amorphous, blobby form. Probably some tentacles, just so that they can like swirl around and dance with these octopi. Not 8. Can't quite make 8, but yeah. And they. Sorry, go ahead.
Just you are kind of swimming and you feel this little beep come from inside of you, and you bring out you have a little communicator that's for just like on the ship between people, and you see a message pop up on your screen that I'm going to send in your private chat on Discord. While you are reading that, what is everybody else up to?
Mayor is absolutely.
I can't hear you, Bex, if you're talking.
Sorry. Mayor was talking. You continue.
Oh, I was just going to say Mayor is absolutely making heart-shaped cookies to deliver to Helio and Aster. No boundaries.
And I was going to say, Helio is definitely down in the workshop with Aster if they stay trying to get this.
Aster came down to the workshop.
Love it. Cookies
and
mechanics.
Cookies and mechanics. It sounds like a weird version of Chutes and Ladders.
It's the Astral Sea version of Chutes and Ladders. Amazing. If you want to make a tech check to create,
I would
this...
like to first cast Enhanceability. I'm gonna guess Intelligence is what you need for that. So Enhanceability on your Intelligence. And then I'll also do my Emboldening Bond, so you can add a d4, because that's a feature and not a spell, so it doesn't take concentration.
And what does Enhanced Ability do again?
You get advantage on intelligence-based checks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How do you do that? What does it look like?
I think Aster's like thinking about it for a second and then just goes for like the awkward like shoulder pat and like just gives like a little squeeze. You got this.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aster. And I'll roll let me add that d4 to it. Okay, so that's a 19.
Nice. You are able to set up this screen. You kind of like shrink it down, connect it through a few different means to this like somewhat arcane device that was meant to detect magic and to record. And you are able to fix it together so you have like a little floating orb, little camera to record.
I think this will work. And they sort of like, it's floating, so I guess hover it over towards Aster to take a look at. It seems like this will do the same function as the device did, but it's not really magic this time. It's a little magic. It's not very magic.
Yeah, I mean, I found it because I sensed the magic, but it still needed the external drive.
Closer, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I do want to note that Helio made sure to find some place to put the little thing that Mayor gave them just as a decoration so that they wouldn't feel bad that they didn't need to use it.
Yeah.
And I see you got that right there. Yeah, I'm sure it's, working great.
Yes, the very important part that I can't remember the name of right now. Yes.
Yeah. Well, see, I knew you could do it.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I had almost forgotten that you'd taken this, so thanks for suggesting that we look at it. It'll definitely be easier than having to find a completely new recording device.
Mm-hmm. And save some of that money that we got for something else.
Yes, that's
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
I don't even know if I can count that high.
At this
Could
point,
probably
Mayor
count
walks
that
in
high.
with the cookies. How goes it, lovebirds? Get the camera working?
Yeah, Helio got it up and running.
Oh, perfect, perfect. I brought cookies. Mayor puts the cookies down. Gestures.
Oh, thanks, Mayor. And Helio's gonna take one and just sort of like go sit in the corner and eat it.
Are
Just
these
like a little like turned away from.
Are these some of your, special?
Oh, these
cookies,
are
or-
special, but not that kind of special.
Oh, okay.
These ones are made with love.
Okay.
Stairs.
Okay. Well,
By the
thanks
way,
for.
you said you have a friend on PAX, right?
Yeah, a friend I used to run with. I didn't know she was there until recently. We got separated a while ago, so.
Oh, that's exciting. Are you looking forward to your reunion?
Yeah. I'm hoping it can give us some answers about something else too. So.
Ooh, what are we looking for answers for?
Wasn't expecting an interrogation.
A follow-up question?
An interrogation. No, it's just another friend that was sort of taken by Connexus, and I haven't been able to get a hold of him since. So
Well, that's
I just
terrible.
don't know how he's doing. So I don't really like Connexus. So yeah.
Nobody should. They're quite terrible.
Yeah.
Luckily, we be able to take a direct hand in bringing them down, at least temporarily.
Yeah, hopefully.
Say, is that recording device still on?
Oh, did we ever turn?
Sorry. Yeah, no, it's on. I didn't turn
okay.
it. The cookies. Yeah, sorry. And I'll shut it off so that the orb just sort of blinks and goes back into the device.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yes, we should be able to get something on camera. Otherwise, we could always, figure something else out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what?
Oh, there's other ways of handling things.
Like, do you have any examples?
Let's see. They said documents. We could always, try and make our own.
So that's what the forgery patch was for.
Well,
Oh.
you don't get skills just for the patches.
I feel like that's sort of how that patch system is set up. You get the skills just so you can get the patch and say that you got the skill. Am I interpreting that wrong?
I mean, I've never been a
only
part of
really,
this, so I wouldn't know.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dear Helio. We had been getting on so well.
Oh, Mayor, I didn't mean to insult your patches. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna have another cookie.
Yeah, thank you for the cookies.
Of course. Mayor's gonna go check on the other two.
Yeah, just
Doing
bring some cookies to everybody else too.
Of course.
I think right after Mayor leaves, Helio turns to Astrid and be like, I didn't know Mayor was that scary until right now.
And they're only really scary if you're scared of them. So,
Well, then I guess I'm scared. I guess.
it's okay. It's okay. I feel like they can be hot and cold with everybody.
These cookies are really good, though.
They are very good cookies.
We will come back to our floating just above the ship, where and Iker, you have made your way back. Where have you been watching Iker read this long message on their little device that they've taken out?
Iker puts the device back into their slime and sits quietly for a second. Before they go back, though, to read the message to everyone, they look over at Ware and they say, let me show you something. And they take Ware, they take two of their tentacles and take Ware by their little robot hands. And they focus their mind to make them spin. And so they begin to spin faster and faster, and you look around and all of the stars and the smoke and the like glittery cosmos turns into like a blur, and then Iker lets go and you keep spinning, but not very long. And when you stop, Iker points out at everything, at all of the cosmos, which in Iker's perception is still spinning, but I'm not sure if it works that way for Ware. And they say, do you feel it?
The spinning?
The power that courses through the astral sea.
Is Ware still getting that feeling from the goddess that we had earlier?
Mm-hmm.
So Ware's going to be like, I feel something, but I think it's like down there.
Oh, you have to think further. The veins of the cosmos themselves. You can trace the power, the ancient and terrible energy that pulses, all of it at one source. The mother, our mother, the old one, the creator of all life.
I don't see any veins. You don't have veins. I don't have veins. Why would space have veins?
At this,
Where is also just like looking around.
Yeah, Iker would probably at this point like stretch themselves out, and you can see that like part of like Iker's like biology is this sort of like bioluminescent like algae type texture that does like stretch through Iker, that does look similar to veins, not quite the same because they're not really pumping fluid, but they say, true, you and I do not have the veins of power in a literal sense, but you have such potential, and you have veins when you're an animal.
Fair, yes. But they like don't. I think that's different. They don't like go a place. Is this like your god thing?
Yes, the old one. They're not like any other being in the universe.
Like Sarah.
Like Sarah, but more of a force of nature, ancient and powerful, beyond our understanding. Through a pact with her, I have been granted knowledge and power that I could never have imagined.
I touched a hamster and could turn into hamsters now. Maybe they were also the old one.
The old one works in mysterious ways. Was there a cost
No. It feels weird.
Weird.
Like breathing and stuff. It's different. But I
But
think it's a good cost.
good. Yes. So the same. This
Was
power.
there a cost? You had a
Mhm.
cost?
Mm-hmm. Yes. My soul or my time. And I chose my time. They took years and years and years of time I could have spent with loved ones or friends if I had those. But it was worth it after all those years. This power. You must be willing to give everything to the Mother Ooze to become a vessel of her power.
And you gave everything?
Yes, I did.
Can we get it back?
Iker does not have eyes. We've established this. But one or two of the eyeballs that are floating in their head just kind of look off pensively. No, I don't think we can. But look what I have. The rewards are worth it. The insights I have gained into the universe and the power I wield are beyond measure. I am but a vessel for the Mother Ooze, and through her, I will become something greater. You could too, if you wanted.
I don't think I want to. Not right now. I like how I am.
You
I'm
are.
helping.
You are helping.
We could help you get greater.
Yes. But besides helping, what do you want?
I don't know.
Well, then we'll figure that out too.
Okay.
All right. Well, now I have to do bad news. Iker takes you, flies back down to the deck, and has probably at this point has like mentally messaged. Is Lux on the deck or no?
Yeah, Lux is on the deck.
Okay.
She's been trying to get stuff together just so whenever you're ready to leave.
Yeah. Then, I will have messaged Lux to be like, if you could gather everyone on the bridge, that would be lovely.
Yeah. You see Lux go around and grab everybody, bring them all onto the bridge of the ship, onto the deck.
Mayor's still holding cookies.
Yum. Just like a vacuum of goo starts sucking in cookies.
Very consistent, Iker.
We made a camera.
Yay!
Ooh.
Yes. So we can, and
Iker poses.
they bring it up. Oh,
Well,
it's
you say we,
it's a
but it was
video.
mostly
Oh, it's
but
a
it was
video.
mostly Helio who did all of the work.
Helio
Oh, well,
is very
yeah.
smart.
They
Mhm.
are.
Thanks. But yeah, we have this now.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
Well, I got a message from Snap.
From Snap?
Yes, well, I'll just read it. Firstly, I apologize for not disclosing my condition to you, me, Captain. It occurs so rarely that I hoped it would never come up. Many years ago, I experienced a cosmic horror. It destroyed everything around me, and yet it spared me. Ever since, every once in a while, I go unconscious. Something triggers it. And I think I've begun to see that those triggers all relate to the cosmic horror. There are a group of people here, survivors of different cosmic horrors of the Astral Sea. They also have issues related to their experiences and are working together to help heal and better their lives. I wish to stay with them and find the solution to my condition. I apologize for not saying this in person. Goodbyes are difficult for me, but in this particular case, I know I will see you all again someday. So this is less of a goodbye and more of a until next time.
Oh.
Ooh, did they leave all of their trinkets on the ship?
Iker, we're still here. We could give Snap their trinkets back before we leave.
Oh no, it looks like the ship is taking off. Lux, what are you doing?
Iker,
What
I
are you
can see
doing,
you
Lux?
turning the wheel. We're not even moving.
What are you talking about?
Well, Iker, here's your Finders Keepers badge. There you go.
Yeah,
Duly earned. Duly earned.
That's a badge?
sticks it
Yeah,
there.
you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Hmm.
Iker's just covered in random like objects that they think are badges.
This one is actually another soda top can.
Yes, finders, keepers. Oh no, I forgot to astral fish. Ah well, next time.
It's a real shame about Snap, though. They were finally growing on me.
We'll be back.
Well, it sounds like this is a good place for them.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss them though.
Horrors. Very curious. I wonder if the cosmic horrors have anything to do with the blip. Was it?
Oh. The disappearing astral sea?
Mm.
You think that there's a cosmic horror that is able to consume the astral sea to the point where it becomes wild space? That's terrifying.
Consuming is a highly honorable act. Consumption is the ultimate form of preservation and the final honor of an end. If Connexus has somehow gotten into contact with the power, with one of the powers that lives in this astral sea, I would not be shocked if that was aiding their case.
Don't they not like magic?
Is it
I guess a
cosmic horror
cosmic
even
horror
magic?
is-
One would say that a cosmic horror is a natural phenomenon, not as much a magical one.
I think
I
I'd
do
rather
like
it be
your check.
magical.
Could something
Perhaps
like that
we
even
should
be controlled?
Ask the Great Old One to aid us.
You want to ask Helio goes to say, you want us to ask another cosmic horror to look for a cosmic horror, and then decides not to.
Yes, I do want to ask my powerful mother to help.
Yeah, you want to make an insight check, Edgar?
It's their area of expertise.
Absolutely.
Also, you can make it with advantage because this is you're connecting to your mother ooze.
Mother. Oh no, mother, why have you forsaken me? I'm gonna use a luck point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Doot. One more time. All right, 16.
16. You reach out and try to connect with the Mother Ooze, feeling like kind of sending these feelings of like cosmic horror and astral
Mother.
sea. And as you reach out with the 16, you get the impression that it's like it feels more distant than it should be. As you're reaching, feels a little bit harder than it should be. And when you finally do connect, it's hard to tell, but it feels a bit like a pang that you're feeling, and then the connection fades.
Huh.
Are you okay, Iker?
I need some time alone. And Iker is going to probably at this point retreat to their captain's quarters
Mhm.
to try to like meditate, because they think it's a them problem. Immediately, like 100%, they're like, I've done something wrong. I'm not doing what I should be doing, so I need to figure out like why mother is not answering.
Yeah. You go to your room, you start doing your meditations, trying to connect, trying to figure out why they are not answering. And as you do, you start to get into a rhythmic. I don't know if Iker breathes. I don't think so. So you're not quite used to that, but you just feel this like slight rhythm. And after a while, you realize that it is like a tide coming in and out, and you do feel a pull towards a certain direction.
Ooh. You hear it's not really like they do technically breathe because they do need certain gases to like fuel their cells, just like other organisms, but it definitely looks very differently because they don't have lungs. So it's just like kind of like a pulsing of their goo as they meditate, and as they feel that pull, you all you've gone on with your business, doing different activities, doing things that actually further the plot in a better way. And you just hear Iker like shouting from the back of the ship, "Eureka!" And the ship suddenly changes direction, and like the spell jamming helm just completely just starts whirring, and the arcane energy kicks up around it as Iker finally has a direction to go. And we're not going where we were gonna go. We're going where Mama says to go.
Oh my goodness. I imagine we're all awkwardly standing on the deck still.
Yeah, you all feel that like it's a weird thing because the astral sea, there's no real like looks to be able to tell where you were going, but you all can feel that you are now going in a different direction.
Iker seems to be having a crisis.
Iker makes their way back onto the deck, or back into. Where is it? Is everyone still literally just standing on the deck, or like have y'all moved?
I think if I felt something change that drastically, I would have gone back to the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Ware was still up there because Ware wanted to check on the baby plantrix.
Aww.
Nice.
Aww. Aster was still probably up there.
Can we do the baby plantric stuff before Iker has to do this next bit?
I mean, it literally was just going to be like slight gardening of like.
Yeah.
Mayor would be helping, of course.
Yeah, you guys look at these 3 little plantric cuttings you have made, and you look very closely. You can't see a sign yet of them taking, but that doesn't mean they haven't.
I've heard singing to your plants helps. Do you know any good tunes, Ware?
Ware's just going to look at you.
I could play them a song on.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'll play the plants a little something on my ocarina.
And Mayor will be accompanying them, making up the words as they go.
With a nat 20, will like little sprouts start to come out?
Well, yeah, let's do we can do a roll.
I love it.
We shall see.
Performance?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Perform for the babies.
Do you want me to roll too?
Sure. Yeah, anybody that's performing for these babies.
I got an 8.
All right, and then Mayor got a 21.
Mayor used to sing
Little
Icarus
plantrix grow big and tall like a big plantric. That's the singing. The plants like it for some reason.
Yes, you feel you're not quite sure. They don't seem to be there. It might be a breeze. It might be, them dancing to the wind. It's hard to know.
Aww.
Oh no.
We lost him.
Well, now I get to take over.
Oh, no.
Wonderful.
Oh, goodness.
I'm sure they'll be back.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
While M's gone, let's compose more of the plantric song.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Naturally.
Okay, so do you remember what the first verse was?
The verse was, little plantrix grow big and tall like a big plantric.
But you're still small.
Oh, cute. Wonderful. Magnifique.
Yay. This is the perfect time for Iker to whip out their flesh harp.
Good. Gross.
And
Very gross.
yeah, it's really gross. It's basically they just stretch their goo into multiple lines, turning into just like a slimy, disgusting harp. And then they don't have to pluck the strings pluck themselves, because Iker has this like pseudopod ability. So they just like it. Actually, I'm gonna roll a performance check to see if this is more gross or more just like weird but cool.
While,
Okay, what happened?
Iker is
What did
doing
you-
this nasty stuff. We're still describing the performance. Iker has joined us with their flesh instrument, and as they're doing that, Mayor's voice just gets higher and higher in pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
watching
Aster's
But afraid
think-
to stop.
Helia's recording it on the video camera.
No. Go ahead.
Ware has
Aster's-
decided. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I was just going to say Aster's heart isn't really in the performance because I rolled an 8. I think they're still just a little bit sad about Snap leaving.
Yeah.
So once the two of them, Iker and Mayor, take over, Aster's just going to kind of put their instrument away and go like lean against the wall, and they're just kind of fiddling with the bracelet that Helio made them.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
Ware is adding sparks and like through prestidigitation, like magic tricks for the video effects, but they're all completely at the wrong rhythm and
Nice.
don't match the music at all.
I like that Ware wasn't about it at first, but now it's a good time.
Well, now it's on video.
Yeah, and it's a cacophony of sound on this videotape.
It works.
I love it. Wonderful. As you guys take off, going towards the tug, the tide that Iker is feeling, you start to go through different parts of the astral sea, and you start to see that there are parts that are just empty. They don't have that mystical cloudiness of the astral sea. And as you get closer and closer, you recognize Iker very strongly because you have been here many times. This is the area of the astral sea where the Mother Ooze dwells.
I noticed we changed direction. What's that
Yes.
about, Iker?
Just a quick pit stop on the way to the other satellite things. Have you all noticed all of the bits and bobs of empty astral space on the way here?
Yes, I surely did.
There's a lot of it.
Deeply
Why
troubling.
did you change courses without asking us first?
Oh, it's my ship. And Iker Iker turns and looks at Lux and says, Lux, do you are any anomalies popping up on the scanner? There's a lot of space missing near here, more so than before, and I want to make sure we don't end up in a blip.
Well, the scanners never quite work right in the astral sea to begin with,
Yes.
so unfortunately I'm not much help.
Okay, thank you, Lux. You are very appreciated.
Thank you.
That's all right. We'll have answers soon.
Oh, good, because I have many questions. What are we doing here?
We're paying a visit to Mother.
Oh!
Yes. Oh, I must get ready. Iker is going to go down to the storage place where we've been tossing all of our junk, and they're gonna look for things. Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Iker's gonna look for what's the word? It's not donation. That's not the word.
Offerings.
Offering. Yes, I'm going to look for an offering for each of us for the Mother Ooze. It has to be something it has to be something interesting that they would want. So I'm going to say would that be that would be investigation.
Yeah, and I think that you all follow Iker down to the scrapyard of the ship, and Iker's just throwing stuff, looking through.
No,
Mayor's openly
not
speculating.
This.
Did we know that Iker had a mother? Has anybody heard anything about this mother?
Yes. Mother would love this. Yes.
I feel like I've sometimes heard Iker just say, in reference to some figure, some great figure, maybe.
True,
that's
yes.
The old one.
Iker mentioned it earlier. It's the person who gave them their power.
Yeah, does this feel a little culty to anyone else?
Well, at the very least, a very troubled relationship with their mother.
Okay.
It's too much anxiety for a trip home.
I also sound very demanding.
I don't hear them. I'm fully
I got
so
one.
focused.
I got a nat 1 perception. Iker is just dived into the pile.
We're openly just speculating on
Absolutely. Iker comes out with an item for everyone. They're all of the items you'll notice they're not just like a random piece of tech or anything. All of the items are either living or were living at one point. They're all biological, and they all none of them are repeats. They're all different specimens from different places, or different things that are made from living material, but none of them are the same.
Iker, what
turn
are
to Aster.
these for?
Might be right on the cult thing. This is all living stuff.
Okay.
Can I roll something to see if anything is from something sentient?
Sure.
Perception
like
or
an
nature?
insight?
Yeah, perception or nature, whichever you want to use.
Okay,
Use
I'm gonna
perception.
roll as well.
12. Oh no, I have a thing. I can add a d4 because I'm an auto gnome.
Nice. 17
Can I
for
do a
Mare.
slightly different check?
Mhm.
Maybe after they're done.
Yeah. I leave that up to Iker. Are any? I think those might be high enough to know. Are any of these from sentient species?
Yes.
God, terrible, terrible.
One of them. Yeah, you can tell that one of them is an eye stalk from a beholder, which is
Okay.
Which of us has been given this?
I have given it to, let's see, who had the highest. I'll say whoever. Yeah, so Mayor, I hand you this eye stalk of a beholder, and you know that like they have communities.
Mhm.
So Icky, where did you acquire this? I'm very interested in your hobbies.
Iker's eyeballs that are on two very different parts of their body look off pensively again. The
Holding it by the
astral
stalk.
sea,
Wait,
the astral sea can be a very dangerous place. But I won.
And your mother likes these things?
Loves them.
Loves them. Oh, fun.
Trophies from the ones we have honored.
Oh,
Honored?
okay.
In death, the ultimate ending.
You know, Iker, I like to think that you respect me, and maybe I should change that. I would like to not be honored in this way. Thank you. So we're clear. This is
So
something.
that is not your preferred way of your preferred funeral rite. You do not want to be consumed.
No, I will leave you a detailed will, if and when that should come to pass.
Thank you. That would be appreciated. Just
Of
so
course,
everyone
of
else
course.
knows, I prefer to be eaten.
Oh, do you know how you taste?
Delicious.
Oh, good. Bad. I mean, good, yes.
Just so it's on the record, I also do not want to be eaten,
Okay.
alive or dead.
Oh, all right. I mean, your ending is yours to choose. Unless you cross the mother ooze.
Oh, thank you for the warning. We are very excited to meet your mother.
Yes.
I will give her this.
Yeah, as you guys are saying that, you hear a voice yelling down from the deck. You hear Lux say, Captain, you might want to see this.
Should we bring Lux one? Or are they good? Like one of these?
They should be fine. Iker moves up to the deck. I'm not going to. Okay, hang on. Let me do a deception check on myself real fast. All right, so I'm gonna be real then. I'm gonna be real with where Iker's at in their brain.
Mm-hmm.
While all of these are good, there's a whole chance that the Mother Ooze might demand more. Mm-hmm. And they don't want it to be any of you. So Iker heads to the deck.
I'm so glad that Snap just stayed for group therapy.
We
like, honestly, good for them. Good for them.
We still have the passenger, too.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's true, Lady Sala.
Mm-hmm.
But I like her.
More than Lux.
Lux has been working doing their thing, but like, do we really need them? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yes.
they
As
might
you guys-
be honored beyond their wildest dreams.
Yeah.
Nightmares.
Completely.
As you guys walk up onto the deck, you can see that you have come to a place where you can't see any little breaks of the astral sea. This seems to be a fully astral. And you do come and see this, for the rest of you who are not Ikor, this huge amorphous plasmoid who looks a little bit like Ikor, but mostly just ethereal in nature. And what you see, Ikor, is that this being is severely diminished from the last time that you met. And that is where we will end today's session.
Mama!
Thank you so much for joining us. We will be doing our after show right after this. And we will see you soon. See you soon, Space Cadets.